Hello, Immigration Nation. Are you excited to stay informed about your immigration journey? Well, get ready, because I have the latest updates on vital forms processing times, all dated May 2024. Ready? Let's get started. Monthly updates from USCIS can be scary, but don't worry. I am here to guide you, and I tell you that there is good news. And remember to keep an eye on the USCIS website for more information. Let's start with family information. Form I-130. First, for the category of permanent resident filing for a spouse or child under 21. California, the waiting time is about 43 months. National Benefit Center, it's a long one, about 61.5 months. Nebraska, not too bad, at 25 months. Potomac, about 31.5 months here. Texas, similar to Potomac, it's around 36 months. Vermont, a bit better, at 35 months. But here's the kicker, across all field offices, you're in for the longest wait, averaging a whopping 76.5 months. That's over 6 years. For U.S. citizen for a spouse, parent, or child under 21, the time is in. All service centers, a relatively short wait of just 14 months. National Benefit Center, a staggering 39.5 months. All field offices, wait 57.5 months. That's almost 5 years of waiting. U.S. citizen filing for unmarried son/daughter 21 or older category. California, 81 months. That's over 6.5 years. National Benefit Center, 66.5 months. Nebraska, a relatively shorter wait time of 27 months. Potomac, 46.5 months waiting. Texas, similarly, 48.5 months of waiting. Vermont, 48.5 months. All field offices, the longest wait, 85 months, that's over 7 years. Category for permanent resident for unmarried son or daughter 21 or older. California, 72 months. The same situation for the National Benefits Center, 72 months. Nebraska, a relatively shorter wait time of 48 months. Potomac, 44.5 months. Texas, 52 months of waiting. Vermont, 54.5 months. All field offices, the longest wait, at 85.5 months. For U.S. citizen filing for a married son or daughter category, California, a staggering 83.5 months. National Benefit Center, 65 months. Nebraska, 40 months, nearly 4 years of waiting. Potomac, 44 months. Texas, 52 months of waiting. Vermont, 49 months. All field offices, the longest wait, 103 months, nearly 10 years. Finally, U.S. citizen filing for a brother or sister category, California, 49 months. National Benefit Center, 55 months. Nebraska, 26.5 months. Potomac, 41.5 months. Texas, 50.5 months. Vermont, 49.5 months. All field offices facing a significant wait time, standing at 88 months. The processing times for the I-131 form, re-entry permit or refugee travel document. Nebraska, 16.5 months. Advanced parole category, California, 12 months. National Benefit Center, 10.5 months. Nebraska, 4.5 months, remarkably short wait time. Texas, 15.5 months. Vermont, 9 months. Form I-918. Petition for a non-citizen who is a victim of qualifying criminal activity and their qualifying family member. All service centers, 60 months. Form I-914 provides temporary immigration to non-citizen victims of trafficking. Vermont, 16.5 months, relatively shorter processing time. Form I-730, petition for accompanying family members of an asylee. All service centers, 31 months. Form I-601, waiver of grounds of inadmissibility. Nebraska, 24.5 months. The same time for all field offices, 24.5 months. Form I-601A, provisional waiver of unlawful presence. All service centers, 43.5 months, a long time. Form I-212, for permission to reapply for admission after deportation and removal category. Nebraska, 24.5 months. All field offices, 26 months. Next, Form I-821, Afghanistan. Vermont, 12.5 months. Burma, California, 5 months. Cameroon, Nebraska, 12.5 months. El Salvador, Texas, 20.5 months. Vermont, 13 months. Re-registration in El Salvador, Nebraska, 5.5 months. Texas, 6 months. Vermont, 4 months. Haiti, California, 9 months. Honduras, Vermont, 17 months. Honduras re-registration. Vermont, 3.5 months. Nepal. Nebraska, 29 months. Nepal re-registration. Nebraska, 3.5 months. Nicaragua. Texas, 4 months. Nicaragua re-registration. Texas, 3 months. Somalia. Vermont, 9 months. Somalia re-registration. Vermont, 43.5 months. South Sudan. Vermont, 10.5 months. Registration for South Sudan. Vermont, 2.5 months. Sudan. Vermont, 2.5 months. Sudan re-registration. Vermont, 2.5 months. Syria. Vermont, 9.5 months. Syria re-registration. Vermont, 13.5 months. Ukraine. Nebraska, 4.5 months. Venezuela. Potomac, 14 months. Yemen. Vermont, 11.5 months. Yemen re-registration. Vermont, 36.5 months. Form I-821D. Renewal. Nebraska, 3 months. Finally, great news. Vermont. All Form I-821D renewal requests are currently processed at the Nebraska Service Center, except for a small number of remaining requests pending at the Vermont Service Center, VSC, from when certain Forms I-821D were routed there. For those whose cases are still pending at VSC who seek case-specific information, please go to the Case Status online tool. Request for Deferred Action. California. In compliance with a court order issued on July 16, 2021, USCIS has suspended processing time calculations for initial DACA requests, as the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, is prohibited from granting them. Vermont, we have the same situation here. USCIS has suspended processing time calculations for initial DACA requests. Form I-485. On this occasion, I will provide you with the New Jersey offices since our office is located there. For those employment-based adjustment applications, great updates. Mount Laurel, 17 months, and Newark's, 17 months too. Switching gears to family-based adjustments. Mount Laurel and Newark, speeding things up a bit with an 18-month wait. Under the High-Tier Refugee Immigrant Fairness Act, HRIFA, Nebraska. For this category, the Haitian Refugee Immigration Fairness Act, HRIFA, enacted by Congress on October 21, 1998, allowed certain nationals of Haiti who had been residing in the United States to become permanent residents. Principal applicants wishing to apply for permanent residence under HRIFA had until March 31, 2000, to file for adjustment of status. Now, based on grant of asylum more than 1 year ago, all field offices, 32 months. Based on refugee admission more than 1 year ago, all field offices, 30.5 months. Based on approved T visa, Vermont, 36 months. Stay strong, your time will come. Based on approved U visa, Nebraska, 19 months. Vermont, 29.5 months. Now for employment information, let's start with Form I-765. Based on being an H-4 spouse of an H-1B non-immigrant category, California's, just a 3-month wait. Nebraska's, Texas and Vermont, not too far behind, 4 months. Based on being an L-2 spouse of an L-1 non-immigrant, California, 6.5 months, offering a relatively swift processing time. Texas, on the other hand, has a bit of a longer wait, standing at 7.5 months. In Vermont, things slow down a tad with a 34-month wait. Based on being admitted as a refugee, Nebraska, 4 months. Based on an approved asylum application, Nebraska, 4.5 months. Texas, 15 months. Application for suspension of deportation. National Benefit Center, 16.5 months. Based on parole, National Benefit Center, great news for within 2.5 months wait. Alien with final order of deportation under an OSUP. National Benefit Center, 4.5 months. Based on being an H-4 spouse of an H-1B non-immigrant. California, you're looking at just 4.5 months of waiting. Nebraska, you're in for a 6-month wait. Texas, it's also a 6-month wait. And Vermont, 8.5 months. Based on a request by a qualified F1 academic student. Potomac, 3 months. Based on an approved, concurrently filed I-821D. California, in line with a court order from July 16, 2021, USCIS has halted processing time calculations for initial DACA requests due to a prohibition on DHS from granting them. Nebraska, you're looking at a relatively short wait of just 5 months. Vermont, attention Immigration Nation, all Form I-765 renewal applications based on an employment authorization document, EAD, category C-33, are currently processed at the Nebraska Service Center, except for a small number of remaining applications pending at the Vermont Service Center, VSC, from when certain such Form I-765s were routed there. Based on a pending asylum application, C-8, renewal. All service centers, 15 months. Based on a pending asylum application, C-8, initial application. All service centers, great news, just 1 month of waiting. Based on a pending I-485 adjustment application. In California, 4 months, while in the National Benefits Center, the waiting is 7 months. Nebraska, 3 months. Texas, 8.5 months for each. Vermont, 9 months. Based on TPS for El Salvador. Texas, 6.5 months. Vermont, 4.5 months. Haiti extension. California, 11 months. All other applications for employment authorization. In California, the wait time is 15 months, while at the National Benefits Center, 8 months. Nebraska has a shorter wait time of 4.5 months, whereas Potomac, 13 months. Texas boasts one of the shortest wait times at just 3.5 months, and Vermont, 14.5 months. Form I-526, China. Mainland-born for use by investor who wishes to immigrate to the United States. The Immigrant Investor Program Office has a waiting period of 89 months. All other areas for use by investor who wishes to immigrate to the United States. Immigrant Investor Program Office, 54.5 months. Form I-751, removal of lawful permanent resident conditions. In California, the time is 24 months, while in Nebraska, 17 months. Potomac has a longer wait time of 33.5 months, and Texas follows closely behind with 29.5 months. Vermont stands at 26 months, and for all field offices, 32 months. Form N-400, application for naturalization. Mount Laurel, New Jersey, 8.5 months. Newark, New Jersey, 9.5 months. Form N-600, application for recognition of U.S. citizenship. Mount Laurel and Newark, 6.5 months. Form I-829, removal of lawful permanent resident conditions. The Immigrant Investor Program Office is facing a hefty wait time of 58 months. Form I-360, all other special immigrants. California, 16 months. Nebraska, 13 months. Vermont, 22.5 months. VAWA, all service centers, 39 months. Religious workers. California, 6 months. For Afghan or Iraqi translators and Afghans or Iraqi who worked for on or behalf of the U.S. government. Nebraska, 3 months. Form I-140, extraordinary ability, E-11. Nebraska, 16.5 months. Texas, 19 months. Outstanding professor or researcher, E-12. Nebraska, 8.5. Texas, 8 months. Multinational executive or manager, E-13. Nebraska, 9.5 months. And Texas, 8.5 months. Advanced degree or exceptional ability, E-21. Nebraska, 7 months. Texas, 8.5 months. Skilled worker or professional, E-31, E-32. Nebraska, 7 months. Texas, 8 months. Unskilled worker, EW3. Nebraska, 7.5 months. Texas, 8 months. Advanced degree or exceptional ability requesting a national interest waiver, NIW. Nebraska, 9 months. Texas, 10.5 months. Finally, the last category for this form, schedule of nurses. Nebraska, 9 months. Texas, 8.5 months. Keep in mind, Immigration Nation, that although the wait may feel lengthy, it's just one phase of your path toward a brighter future. Stay informed, prepared, and resilient throughout the process. Don't hesitate to seek guidance from immigration experts to navigate your adjustment of status and other procedures effectively. We'll continue to provide updates and valuable tips to support you on your immigration journey. Remember, we're in this together. Until next time, keep pushing forward.
Hey, did you like the video? I invite you to watch another video where I share more tips on how to protect your reputation as an immigrant. Until next time.